It's easy to forget the necessity of the state of grace for communion, but it's absolutely unfitting to receive God Himself in a filthy house. And mortal sin is filth. It's filth in the soul, which is much worse than filth of the body. Today, I dare say many of you take in this weather 2 showers a day. How many people think of giving even a monthly shower to their soul, which is what confession is? The boys or the girls will get lorry trucks full of milk and trucks full of the latest and best products. Materially, everything is there. What in that system of education is done for the soul's moral and spiritual filth and corruption, deliberately rotting the souls of the young, sending those young souls well on the way to damnation. But that's our modern world. And people today are so blind, they are so foolish. People that get into a sinful way of life, they're slaves of the way of life they lead. When you are plunged into the sinful way of life, you didn't have to go to confession. What fruit did you then have? Liberty to go and sin, liberty from the law of God, liberty from the 10 Commandments, liberty to do as I like, liberty such as no one is going to tell me what to do. What, says St. Paul, was the fruit of all of that? The end of these things is death. Spiritual death. And instead, being slaves of God, what fruit do you now have? Fruit unto sanctification, purification and sanctifying of your souls. At last opening its leaves to the sunshine of God's love, growing and developing. That's the soul developing and living in the state of grace. And it's totally different, totally different from a life led in slavery to sin. But what do we see around us now today? Obviously, a way of life in which the great mass of people are leaving everything Christian behind them. Not the worst experiences possible in this life can possibly compare with the hellishness of hell. Fire in this life is simply a picture compared with the reality of fire burning in hell. You may say an everlasting death doesn't make sense. Death happens once and then it's over. Not in the fires of hell. It's death that goes on forever and ever. God is not mocked, and modern man is mocking God. We're living a way of life worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. For the wages of sin is death. And then the great test, which we should never forget, especially today, by their fruits you will know. If